Francesco.
And I'm Matthew. And welcome to this year's 2019 Our Thoughts Awards. Crowd goes wild. Crowd goes wild. So this was started last year, which was our first year of the podcast. We're back for year two, 2019.
Unfortunately, this year wasn't as good as last year.
Yeah, we didn't have some crazy stuff happen, but
in fact, we'll go ahead and play the clip from last year's award where you were like, yo, next year is going to be great. Remember, you're like, I think this year was a chance. Yeah, no. Listen to the end of the episode or the award show. You're like, yeah, I think 2019 is going to be like a crazy year for music. Like we got Kendrick.
Yo.
Well, we got Kanye, but
yeah.
Anyways.
But, I guess I kind of ate my words there. But as you can see, changed it up a little bit. If you're watching this on YouTube or where we post it, we got the tree in the back.
Happy holidays.
Holidays are coming. But even though it was kind of a weak year, we do have kind of a lot in this Our Thoughts Awards. But I guess just to kind of recap, still waiting on some of the big hitters on Kendrick, the rest of the weekend.
Frank Ocean.
But we do have a lot to go through. So I guess without further ado, let's
go ahead.
Shall we start with the quick hitter round of the Our Thoughts Awards 2019?
Yes, sir. So the first category is Best Feature on a Track. Our nominees are Anderson .Paak on R&P by YBN Cordae, J. Cole on A Lot by 21 Savage, Gunna on Hot by Young Thug, Ozzy Osbourne on Take What You Want From Me by Post Malone, Playboi Carti on Earthquake by Tyler, the Creator, and Brandy on Love Again by Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, so this was kind of a difficult decision, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of really good features. I mean, you got like Playboi Carti, you got, Daniel Caesar on here. Like it was kind of difficult.
J. Cole killed it the entire year.
Yeah,
features,
seriously.
So,
but I think kind of unanimously, one feature that kind of stood above the rest. I think mainly because of how perfect the match was. Would have to be the winner of this category, Best Feature on a Track, Anderson .Paak on R&P by YBN Cordae.
All right, here to accept his award.
Yeah, Anderson .Paak going to be here tonight. We'll be accepting the award on his behalf.
But you nailed it on the head. He just fit the vibe and the bop of R&P so perfectly. Like, I don't know how you don't start like bopping your head a little bit or dancing when that song comes on, because damn, that chorus is just like crazy.
Yeah, I love his voice on this track a lot because I feel like he had like a lot of fun doing it, especially working with a newer artist like YBN Cordae. And they were just kind of like riffing off each other. Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of like how we do our tracks, like riffing off of each other.
We not as good, but like,
but better.
trying to get off,
Yeah.
How we do. But yeah.
His was really good, his feature on there. But I'd say a close second would probably be like J. Cole on A Lot. Or Playboi Carti. It was like a tough category for this.
Yeah, one. good year for features.
Yeah, definitely good year for features.
Next up, we got Best Rollout. Best Rollout means it's kind of like how the artist builds anticipation, whether it be from social media, fan events, all that.
Like cool appearances or whatever.
Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of those just because there wasn't a lot of good albums, or not good albums, but
just like not a lot of
hyped up albums. Yeah. So we kind of stretched out what a rollout is. You'll see when we read the nominees.
Yeah.
Matthew?
So the nominees for Best Rollout this year first nomination is Igor by Tyler, the Creator. Second nomination, Jesus is King by Kanye West. Heartless / Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, and DHL / In My Room by Frank Ocean. So as you can see, we had to throw in some singles in there.
We're reaching.
Reaching a little bit. But these all had respectively a rollout in their own sense. Like with DHL In My Room, that one probably has the most unique rollout. Where
I started a nightclub.
It was like the rollout was part of like leaks people would post at Frank Ocean's nightclub.
Yeah.
They really wasn't much. It was just kind of like rumors. And then, of course, Frank Ocean kind of did a lot of magazine interviews over this year.
We learned that he likes swimming underwater, doing laps.
Yeah.
You know, getting his cardio up.
Right.
Heartless and Blinding Lights, I think, was a really good rollout. It really got me hyped. Well,
Yeah.
all of EXO, I think, got hyped just because he was alive and and out and about. But the way he really came out as this the Sin City, Las Vegas casino, I want to say Martin Scorsese movie. Well, Casino is a Martin, but just the way he not only the fact that he rolled out, but what he rolled out, and the fact we got 2 singles, music video, all these social media posts that he's been making. Colbert stuff?
Yeah, Colbert show. He did. That's the music video for it was at Colbert. It was definitely a whole experience with just 2 singles, which was cool.
Jesus King.
I guess we'll get to that. Jesus King kind of pops up a couple times throughout our nominee list, but I think the one project that stands out in terms of rollout will have to be a whole complete project, which is Igor by Tyler, the Creator.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Skate. 4. Skate. 4. Skate. 4. Skate. 4.
I don't know where I'm going, but I know what I'm showing. Feelings, that's what I'm pulling. What the fuck is your motive?
Now, the hype for this was really cool because Tyler posted different really short video clips or something on YouTube and on his Instagram of the character Igor, which is how we were introduced to him for the first time. And then as the hype train started going, he would post more visuals, and then he had that letter before the album dropped about what it was going to be or what to expect or what not to expect. And then further on down the line, he even had Igor merch where it was vote Igor, lawn signs and stickers.
The wigs.
The wigs and the Halloween costume. So it was a whole complete package, and I think that's why Igor wins for this quick hit around of Best Rollout 2019.
Yeah, man, it set the tone. From
Definitely.
the colors, we were using bright pinks and greens, and it really kind of set this the tone for the lo-fi kind of very glossy world that Igor was.
Built the whole universe, which was really cool.
Right, which I think is what a rollout should be.
Yeah, definitely.
So moving right along, next category, Best Sad Boy / Girl Track.
So this was a really, really hard category. So here, we'll read out the nominations.
Literally this doesn't go for every category, but literally every single one of these songs could have won.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think, we forgot to. Anyway.
We'll say this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so nominees are Cyanide by Daniel Caesar, Triggered by Jhené Aiko, Girls Need Love by Summer Walker featuring Drake, DHL by Frank Ocean, and Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. So this one took a while to deliberate.
Yeah. We really, in fact, at one point we thought one was going to be the winner, and then we switched up just because, But I think I'm happy with who we're giving the award to. Yeah. I hope so. It's our award show. I was really.
So it doesn't matter.
Spoiler alert. Thank You Next is not going to win, but I was pitching to Matt we should be controversial this year. Try to get some some clicks, but no. So the winner
this year, Best Sad Boy / Girl Track.
Yes.
Is, would you like to announce?
Cyanide by Daniel Caesar.
I love dominantly. You make me weak, make me thirsty for release. One come compliment me, then become an enemy. Cop a flight to Paris, low key. It's you, baby.
Yes.
It's a really great song. That whole album is amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's our most. Didn't you say that was our most viewed episode?
Yes.
Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, on our Spotify recap or whatever for our podcast.
That's why we gave him the win, right?
Yeah.
Pay to play.
Yeah, exactly. That was our review of Case Study 1 was the most played episode, which is kind of crazy. But Cyanide itself, I think, for me, is my favorite track on the whole album. But
which is saying a lot because there's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of good songs.
But I think I guess, kind of biased. Well, it doesn't matter. It's our show. But I saw, Daniel Caesar perform it live, and it was like on another level, basically. So in that case, Cyanide, the best sad boy track in this case.
Yeah. Special shout out to Triggered. That song is really good.
Yeah.
But
Honorable
Cyanide
mention.
is just like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an honorable mention for the next category, actually, which
Yeah.
is up and coming artist. Best up and coming artist. The nominees for
Again,
that category.
This year,
This was crazy, yeah.
huge year for up and coming artists. 'Cause
This was nuts.
It was. I wonder why. There was just so many names, new names popped up.
I think because they saw that, I guess I don't know, I guess people talk and people find out that
Yeah.
no one's really dropping this year. So maybe this is like
they look for the underground artists.
Right.
Maybe
I mean,
this was because there's like an on and off year, and this was kind of an.
I mean,
off
for
year.
sure, we have connections. We know.
Yeah, actually,
This
they
is-
told us.
This is factual.
We control the industry. So the nominees, pretty long nominee list
Yeah.
is first up we have Megan Thee Stallion, Rico Nasty, Tierra Whack, YBN Cordae, Doja Cat, Lil Nas X, and DaBaby. Now, really, I could say like any of these had a huge year this year, especially Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion
Like, over the summer was like crazy.
Hot girl summer.
Yeah. Doja Cat like kind of took by storm, like on social media.
Cordae had a really great album.
Incredible album. That's nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that's
crazy. He's like, he's as old as us.
Yeah, he's
like 20.
Grammy nominated already. I don't even know how many projects he has, but
Yeah.
he didn't have many, and one of them is
Right,
already
right.
Grammy nominated, which is crazy.
Yeah. Still waiting on our Grammy nom. Just saying.
Yeah. So maybe not. Maybe it didn't qualify.
Yeah,
this
there
year.
you go. There you go. Lil
but-
Nas X ripped the Billboard charts.
Seriously.
DaBaby obviously is just. I mean,
Has
on
taken
impact is just crazy.
Yeah, has taken over. No matter where I go, like what event or like party, there'll always be a DaBaby song.
Yeah.
I think his voice is like doesn't matter. It's just like
Smooth,
it
yeah.
just bops every time. But
There can only be one
winner. Only one winner for this category. And I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
What upcoming artist ruled 2019
If we're just talking about who won 2019
in general?
as the best up and coming artist, the
Yeah.
winner,
Of course,
of course, is the Our Thought. No, I'm kidding.
it's us.
It's Lil Nas X.
Hey Panini, don't you be a meanie. Thought you wanted me to go, why you tryna keep me teeny? It's a dreamy, wished it on a genie. I got fans finally, ain't you wanting them to see me? I thought you want this for my life. Said you wanted to see me thrive. You lied.
Because, come on now, if you have ears, you've listened to Old Town Road, you've heard Old Town Road, or Panini, or you've heard a song by him.
Right.
And
I mean, he literally set the record for
Right.
the number one album for the most consecutive weeks or something, or number one song most consecutive weeks.
it's not
on Billboard.
easy. Like,
Yeah.
was it like the Beatles? Or?
Literally everyone, Michael Jackson, like
Yeah,
Beatles.
Michael Jackson, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he freaking beat Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like
yeah.
literally, like, it's just crazy.
So of course, best up and coming album,
and also not just music, but like just like the way he interacts with his fan base.
Yeah.
I think is amazing. I think it kind of sets the table for what's to come of like people kind of
Yeah,
like being
hopefully.
super interactive with their fans.
Yeah.
which I hope so, because that's pretty cool. Whenever
yeah,
I hear-
especially I mean,
like
Lil
he
Nas-
performed at like a school, like a little like
Yeah, all the little
kindergartner
kids,
or something,
yeah.
like
which is cool.
Yeah.
But he made his whole persona all on Instagram. Like he started out as like a fan page. He started out, Lil Nas Instagram started out as a Nicki Minaj fan page.
All right, we might need to take this award back. Yeah, we might need
Well,
to.
this was when Nicki Minaj was actually like,
was like
all right.
making hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Super bass era.
Yeah, around the era.
Okay.
So he started it out as a fan page.
We'll let it pass.
Yeah. And so that's how he got all his followers.
Okay.
And then he switched it and he's like, no, I'm Lil Nas, and started making music. And then, Old Town Road was out for like a minute. Like
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, it was for a hot minute. And then all of a sudden started getting traction, and then it just blew up overnight, basically. Crazy. So he definitely has
And
like
then, blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's crazy
like
how much.
it's still like, which, yeah, I mean, he had an insane year this year.
Yeah.
But I think we said here, DaBaby, honorable mention.
Whew.
Cause
Crazy year.
DaBaby's not that far behind. Like, in
Yeah,
terms
honestly,
of
like I was
Lil Nas.
like, just because like I kind of got sick of Lil Nas X, I was gonna give the baby the award, but like if you just look objectively,
objectively,
come on, Lil Nas X was the guy. But the baby's like you said, not too far away. We got a new category this year. We're
kind of the opposite of the last one.
Yeah, because of the amount of music that has or hasn't dropped, we cut and added a couple new categories. This being one of them. If you'd like to explain.
Yeah. So, like we said in the last category, we had a lot of new artists, a lot of new names that popping up.
Us,
we thrown into the mix. But with the successful names come the unsuccessful or whack names.
Yeah.
So kind of stemming off from our Is This Whack segment, we have the most whack new rapper of 2019 this year. And we have a few very qualified candidates.
Let me just say this real quick. There's the winner that like went above and beyond just recently, actually.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I would be okay with giving any one of these three the award.
It was a very close race.
Yeah.
For most whack.
So, would
you like to say our nominations?
Of course. The nominees for most whack new rapper are Blueface, NBA Youngboy. All right. YNW Melly. And judging by my reaction, you should know that the winner is,
of course,
NBA
Youngboy. National Basketball Association Youngboy.
What does that even mean? He actually recently dropped a new song, a cover of Dirty Diana. And he he really tries to reach the notes. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, The Weeknd is the only cover of Dirty Diana that I will acknowledge and listen to. Because so
that
cover really kind of like
solidified his
you know how like on American Idol, like they'll crown the winner and then the winner will go to sing like the song that they're gonna push as a single. This was him.
This is his
like his crowning moment.
Like after he won this, he's gonna leap forward with this big L. Because please go listen to Dirty Diana by NBA Youngboy.
It's Dirty Liana. I think he changed
whatever. I don't even.
All right, let's move on. I think you got to move on to this. So next, I love this category because it forces me to look back and think about how it's best hook or chorus. Yeah, last year it was Lil Wayne with
Upward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
And then it was God's Plan or something.
That was for Line of the Year.
Oh, Line of the Year. Okay.
But yeah, best hook or chorus. These are the ones that we just kept singing. Kept hearing,
super catchy,
stuck in our heads, whether we want it or not.
Yeah.
If you could go ahead and read
for
out
sure.
The nominees.
So nominees for best hook / chorus this year is, of course, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, Earthquake by Tyler the Creator, The London by Young Thug featuring J. Cole and Travis Scott, Money in the Grave by Drake featuring Rick Ross, Closed on Sunday by Kanye West, and A Boy Is a Gun by Tyler the Creator. So 2 Tyler nominations on this one. He had, I could say there's a best hook in almost every one of the songs on Igor.
Yeah, Running Out of Time.
Yeah, that will get stuck in your head.
I think I'm Falling in Love.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I get it nominated the entire album.
Right. I think that's what Tyler's best at.
For sure.
The London, when that song came out, I was like, the only thing I listened to for a while. It was really smooth in the ears.
Yeah.
Money in the Grave is a pretty hype song, at a party.
The way he writes, the flow and the beat, and the bass is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the Rick Ross feature.
Closed on Sunday, self-explanatory. Chick-fil-A. We're sponsored by Chick-fil-A. We're kind of forced to
put that in.
Yeah. Anyways,
but there can only be one winner.
There can only be one.
Yeah.
And the winner is,
drum roll,
Old Town Road by Lil Nas X.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse.
So, how can you deny?
Gonna take
horse
on the old town.
that was like said literally like every time I went on social media or like whenever that song played, it was as big as like Mo Bamba. Like
Bonus points for the Billy Ray Cyrus version.
yeah, even that. I think
yeah.
he knows how to make a hit. And that song has one of the best, most probably said, like spoken hooks and choruses of the year.
Yeah.
So
100%. Lil Nas X.
okay, and we're back.
Hope you enjoyed the commercials.
The commercial break, yeah. So yeah, that was our winner for
Best Hook.
Best Hook / Chorus. Moving on to our next quick hitter category, we have the most overrated artist of 2019.
Another new category.
And
that we're
another,
adding.
I'd say, it was a good. It was very competitive.
Yeah,
I'd say
very.
this year for this category.
Very competitive. You could make a case for every single one of these artists, to be
Yeah.
honest.
So I'll read the nominations out. We have first nominee for most overrated artist of this year is Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, Lizzo, Cardi B, and Khalid.
Yeah, like I said, any one of these artists he could have given it to, whether
Yeah.
it be Billie Eilish just because of how hyped she's been and the fact that, you know, she made a good album, but she's an industry plant.
It's
like you can be a good
most obvious.
plant. You can be
Yeah.
a good plant.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
I'm just kind of, it's just oversaturation at this point.
Yeah. Lizzo.
That, I think the one that almost took it.
Rest in peace. Dude, I'm sorry. My thoughts and prayers to go out to anyone that was at Staples Center
For real.
during that night.
Hope everyone's safe after that earthquake.
Hopefully they earthquake. Hopefully they disinfect those seats.
Yes, please.
Jesus Christ. Cardi B just
Children who are present, there's counseling available. We'll put a
link here,
we'll put a like
hotline.
suicide hotline. Listen to Logic's 1-800.
Yeah. Cardi B,
You Matter hoodies in the link in description.
40% off. Use the promo code OurThoughts.
Yeah. Oh man.
Cardi B. Cardi B, just she doesn't write her stuff, yet she calls herself a rapper. Well, honestly, we're still just mad over her winning the Grammy.
Seriously.
over
and
Trav.
just like the whole drugging and stuff like that.
Robbing, yeah.
We'll bring that up. But
And Khalid obviously didn't have an album. Oh wait, were you gonna?
he did have
Sorry, didn't have an impact.
didn't have very big impact.
Yeah, it didn't. Like we checked his Spotify, and apparently, yeah, he did have an album. What is it? Teen Spirit.
Free Spirit.
Sorry,
They all sound the freaking same.
They play at Hollister. They play
Yeah.
at Hollister
Yep.
and American Eagle.
That's what the album cover looks like. Like that could be like
yeah.
an ad at Hollister. That's a good analogy.
Yeah, and with that said,
The winner for the most overrated artist of 2019, Our Thoughts Awards is.
Oh, this hurts so much because I found him.
Oh, Khalid. Oh man.
Yeah.
This
That
one
hurts so
also
much.
hurts because out of everyone here, I think the person who has just made the least progression over their time of being famous,
Yeah.
yet still maintains their fan base, and it seems like they don't ask for anything more than what he puts out, would have to be Khalid, because when you first found him it was like Teen Spirit.
Location.
Yeah, the
Like
first.
literally like a SoundCloud single.
Yeah, I mean, he put Chesco put me on to Khalid, and I was like, wow, this guy is like such an awesome, like young, like summer vibe, like
Very
really
unique voice.
Yeah, really like really chill and like upbeat songs that are like easy to bop to and give
Easy
that.
to play in the car when you have the aux.
Definitely like car, like windows down, driving through the mountains or something.
100%.
Which was really dope, and I'm like, oh wow, I love this guy's voice. He's really good. And then he came out with another album or something, like singles.
The
and
Sun City with the EP.
Sun City EP, which we reviewed, and it was low key the same thing.
Very mid.
Very very mid. And
I
then
love how that's an actual like
absolutely.
critique.
I mean,
word.
like if anything, it was mid.
It describes it perfectly.
Yeah.
And then this new album, what was it? Free Spirit.
Free
which is
Spirit.
Super
Again,
forgettable.
like extremely forgettable. There was maybe one song on there that was kind of cool, like, but it's just, I think what we said in our review, if you want to go listen to it, we just want him to experiment more, take more risks,
do more drugs,
something like that. Have your heart broken or something. Go through some sort of traumatic event. But I think this is kind of a product of being an industry plant and having a label get what they want out of you, and that's it. They don't want you to grow or venture out. Like, what sells. What's in their eyes, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But in that case, it's just mediocre and pretty overrated.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'd say out of everyone on this list, he happens to have the most potential, which sucks because
I'd say Billie Eilish has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
If she again changes it up a little bit, you know. But
she has kind of like plays with her voice and
definitely she has.
Uses different sounds here and there. Khalid has literally made the same song.
Yeah, that's why she didn't win most overrated, because she has a little variation, a little bit of variation in her songs.
I agree. Yeah,
but Khalid, unfortunate.
So this is the sad part of the award show. Because unfortunately, we've lost a lot of people, young people too. Like, some people are our age or even younger than us.
Yeah.
How do you want to tackle this?
So for this section, it's not an award or anything. This is just in memoriam, kind of like how they do it. The Oscars or the Grammys, kind of remembering those who have made an impact on the music industry, but have passed away in the past year. And we just want to kind of put this section in there to remember, because unfortunately we had a lot of deaths this year. I guess let's start out with one that's probably closest to us. Up-and-coming rapper from the DMV area in Virginia, I think. D-Coach Slush. We had him on the podcast, interviewed him. He's a super nice guy. I mean, like, met his son.
Yeah.
He had his son on the Skype.
This dude making all this noise.
Hey,
there he
there's
is.
a little troublemaker.
Here's a little one. Say
hi.
hey, pal. Hey.
Oh, no, you don't want to say anything?
No, just chewing on stuff. Well, I appreciate it, guys, and hope you have a good one.
Yeah, for sure. All your links.
And we talked to him about his album, The Color Theory, which came out a couple years ago. Unfortunately, his wife, or I guess baby mama, I'm not sure if they're married, of the time, messaged us saying that he actually passed away this year. She didn't say what happened. We wanted to respect, privacy, but he was a really, really good dude. Super young guy, like probably barely, I don't know, 25 maybe. I'm 26, pretty young, and he has a son and he had a daughter on the way. So I guess our thoughts go out to his significant other for, having to be a single mom and stuff like that.
It's tough, man. And it's just tough being just because there's so many musicians out there, so many rappers, aspiring rappers. It's tough, man, because especially when you're trying to make a living and all that. It's just so heartbreaking. I'll never forget reading the message.
Yeah.
I
couldn't believe that.
Yeah, and like Matt said, very genuinely happy. At least when we met him, very just genuinely nice.
Just excited about.
Very happy to explain anything, and very
really smart dude.
Yeah, a lot, very calculated too. A lot of that album was very he put it there very like I said, calculated. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, before I get too sad.
Yeah.
Let's move on to more sad things.
Right.
We lost Mac Miller this year, unfortunately.
That was kind of at the beginning of our season 2, I guess, or our
it was early in the year.
Season.
It was early in the year.
Yeah,
and
it was pretty early.
It was not a great way to start because he came out with that album. I think it was Swimming, and we kind of thought of it as his way to cope with the depression that he felt, whether it be from Ariana Grande or just because I think he was also struggling with drug addiction.
Yeah, drug addiction. Just
something like that.
One thing is like, even though you see these rappers or artists who have money and the fame and stuff, it's like it doesn't really matter if you're not
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, if you're not happy. Mac Miller.
Lil Peep.
Lil Peep, we lost this year, drug overdose, unfortunately, which was really hard. I'm not like a Lil Peep fan, but there was a lot of people really affected by him.
Yeah.
Because he was definitely really unique to the industry. We lost X. I think that was like last year.
But still. I mean, it's just one thing that I hate about this particular one is that his team seems to just be like pushing out anything and everything in the posthumous, which
kind of weird
because like
gross.
Yeah, it feels like you're just trying to capitalize while you can, just because there isn't much of it. Like I feel like they're literally like taking like demos and like, literally like recordings from his phone probably.
Yeah, like unfinished
and just
stuff.
looping it. Like it just feels disgusting. But regardless, X
R.I.P.
still Juice WRLD very recently.
Juice WRLD, this happened last weekend.
Yeah.
As of when we're recording this, still there's not a lot of details yet. I was like also in shock because this kid is like our age.
Yeah.
And
he just turned 21 this past week.
Yeah, like he just had a birthday. Yeah. So he hasn't been in the mainstream like in terms of musically for a while, but when maybe the past like 2 or so years, but he made his name known like at the top charts, like even his short amount of time. And then last but not least, I think the biggest hit to hip hop this year was the death of Nipsey Hussle at his own store in where was that, Compton or England? It was I forget where it was, where his store is, but that one I think is
Crenshaw,
yeah. On the street, yeah. But yeah, man, there's been a lot of unfortunate losses this year.
This year sucked for more than one reason.
Yeah, but I guess just go, relive their music, kind of keep them, their memory alive.
Stop doing pills.
Yeah, and
I'm serious. Like stop. Yeah. It's not cool.
I think hopefully other rappers who are going through something like with addictions see that it's really not worth it in the end because they've lost a lot of their own friends. So
yeah, lean and pills, it's not cool.
Yeah,
but
that's I guess that'll just conclude our in memoriam section. Again, rest in peace to all these unique and impactful artists. Go stream their music however you can to support. And I think let's just kind of not be sad, but celebrate the fact that they were a part of the music industry and shaped a lot of what people are doing now, that they've influenced in their short, amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that concludes our first categories of quick hitters. And we'll now move on a happier note to the big main event of the night, our big award nominations.
First award coming up for the big award nominations. We have
our most iconic award,
our favorite, my favorite award to give to. Like throughout the year, we would just be DMing each other like news headlines and be like,
"Oh yeah, this is a year-long process." For this award.
Yeah. Like we put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah,
very high key, but this is the Nicki Minaj Award, the biggest L.
Yes.
I love this award.
So I'll read off. We had a lot of great contenders this year. We have, of course, we can't not nominate the queen herself, Nicki Minaj, and her fan base.
The Barbs.
We have R. Kelly for that whole thing.
We don't need to get into that.
DJ Khaled for saying that.
Here, we can just play the video here.
Oh yeah, we'll play the video.
I gotta say this too. I make albums so people can play it and you actually hear it. Driving your car, you hear another car playing it. Go to the barbershop, you hear them playing it, you know, turn the radio on and you hear them playing it, you know, it's playing everywhere. It's called great music. It's called albums that you actually hear the songs. Not no mysterious shit and you never hear it. On your dome.
Yeah, right.
That, Nav for complaining that paparazzi don't want to take pictures of him.
Yeah.
Cardi B for drugging and robbing men in her stripper years. And Chance the Rapper for dropping Big Day and defending the Big Day.
Yeah, like he went at people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Damn.
So there's a lot of...
there are a couple honorable mentions. You got the Tyler, the Creator's fans who went to Camp Flog-Gnaw who booed Drake.
Yeah, that was an L.
You got... I don't know, Michael Jackson, I guess, for the whole that whole deal. Similar, the thing is, it was just too similar to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of heavy. There's a lot of L's to give out this year, but the biggest L.
I think one that is like the pure definition of an L has to be. Go ahead.
The Big Day. Chance the Rapper is getting the Nicki Minaj award. Hold on, do we have it? There,
right here,
sorry.
right here.
We have our certificates. We'll send
Chance
that
the
to
Rapper.
you, Chance, whenever.
The Nicki Minaj Award for making the worst album of the year and refuting the haters by loving his wife.
I love my wife.
The Big Day.
Go ahead and play that song in the background for me. So good to get that one. DJ Khaled was pretty close.
DJ Khaled was very close.
Nicki Minaj is always going to be in the contention.
Of course.
But yeah, very happy to give it a chance. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Line of the year. So
not too many contenders for this, just because there weren't too many like
big albums,
standout, lines. Mm-hmm. But if you want to read out the nominees,
right. This is always the one that takes the longest to get out, just because.
Yeah.
But yeah. So first up, we got "Never Need a Bitch." I'm what a bitch need. Sorry, mom. Sorry, mom. The Weeknd, "Heartless." How come you're the best to me? I know you're the worst to me, boy. You're sweet as sugar, diabetic to the first degree.
Bars.
A Boy is a Gun, Tyler the Creator. We got the Hot Girl Summer Movement by Meg Thee Stallion. Is the song just called Hot
Girl Summer?
Hot Girl Summer.
It was in a song.
Of course, I got to take my horse to the Old Town Road. Lil Nas X, Old Town Road. Mm-hmm. And if you ain't got no giddy up, then giddy out my way. Mason Ramsey, Old Town Road remix, our guy. Still waiting on that feature, by the way, on the what is it? Like the Our Thoughts Mode.
Our Thoughts Mode.
Mason Ramsey remix.
Yeah.
Just
country remix
or
acoustic version.
Yeah. Or Cash Me Out. I can see him on Cash Me Out. Yeah. So yeah, this like Matt said, there wasn't too many.
Yeah.
Clear-cut winners like last year. You know, you got Pusha T, the one that started the whole Drake beef. You got, obviously,
God's Plan. I mean, that's crazy.
You got, what was it? Bend her over for some pipe.
Oh, yeah. Astroworld, yeah.
But there can only be one.
And this winner swooped in at the last possible second to get his nominee in for best or line of the year for the OurThoughts Award.
So happy to give it to him, man.
And that is, drumroll please, The Weeknd.
Never need a bitch, I'm what a bitch need. Tryna find the one that can fix me. I've been dodging death in the 6-speed. Amphetamine got my stomach feeling sickly. I want it all.
I'm not gonna say it again.
We played.
Yeah. I mean, I've already seen this on every Instagram caption of all time. Like every flex photo.
Oh yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah, and he came in, I mean, just the movement alone from that song came in and swooped Twitter and Instagram. I saw so many people posting thirst traps to that exact line and all that. But I think what made this awesome is this was like the first thing you heard on his brand new track. And so it was like the first thing that caught your attention. And we were just like, when we first listened to it, we're like, ooh,
yeah,
damn.
We're back.
Like, we are back. So definitely deserves line of the year. The Weeknd,
sir.
Heartless.
Next category, we got Best Feature Run. This is for artists who like just went on every single song and killed.
Yeah,
So
every
this is-
feature this year they did was
Yeah, so we're grading them on like the collection, the body of work that they featured on this year. You want to go ahead and read the nominees?
So a lot of really good contenders in this best
very
feature
good.
run. We have number 1, The Baby, on his features on Panini, Under the Sun, Enemies, Hot Shower. Number 2, we got Travis Scott on Take What You Want, the Hot remix, the London Chopsticks. We got J. Cole on A Lot, the London Shea Butter Baby. And then we got Ty Dolla $ign, Everything We Need, None of Your Concern, and Way Back Home.
Ty Dolla $ign's always going to be in this category just because he's always in every single song.
He's really good at features, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
J. Cole killed it this year.
For real.
You know, we got Travis Scott. He's always going to have a couple good features here and there.
He like really went off on the features this year, especially after dropping Astroworld. It was like almost every week, if not every other week, that he was coming out on a song.
Or at
that-
least like a snippet came out that, Travis is on another song.
that he's featured on. So he was on a lot of stuff. The Baby, I mean, kind of took over again this year with his own stuff, and he did remixes to songs. He was on
Panini the
like,
remix, obviously.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was a one good thing in Hot Shower.
Yeah.
But
there can only be one winner.
And the winner is...
I'd say that would have to be... Here, you can present it.
I draw the line.
Jermaine Cole.
I'm fiending. Yes, what's that? In fact, I'm drinking. Coconut oil, the center of your body still lingers on sheets. I got a shot at you wanna reach. Cop that, trigger release. Pop that top, take a sip of your holiest water. I know I'm a part of your flow now. Said when you cut it, don't matter, you love her or not. You got part of her soul now. I ain't know them, but I know now. Apologies, dude, more than a few. The ones I ran through, but never loved you. I pray you found peace and you whole now. I'm doing better, I got me a
J. Cole.
having the most fire features of 2019.
Absolutely.
I think, and it's also, he said, I think this is his last time featuring on a song.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he came out with a tweet or something. He was like, yeah, thanks to everyone who, so you went out with a bang.
Wow.
A couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot. The London, Shea Butter.
I'm telling you, man, there's some people that are like about to retire like really soon.
That's kind of scary to think about. Like,
yeah.
What's Kanye's like last project, you know, like J. Cole's
Please
last project.
Don't let it be Jesus.
I know. Please, just drop Yandi.
Just drop something. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of which, we have our next big category. Let's get segue. Most anticipated album of 2019. Again, a few. There weren't that many, but there were definitely some albums we were both really looking forward to this year.
Mm-hmm. Some people have been looking forward to them for years.
Yes.
Years. Okay.
So, I'll read off the nominees. Of course, number 1, first nominee for most anticipated album this year is Jesus is King by Kanye West, Igor by Tyler, the Creator, The Big Day by Chance the Rapper, Iris by Jaden Smith, and Case Study 1 by Daniel Caesar.
So, yeah, as you can see, different demographics, different types of hip-hop, but, you know, you got some big artists. You got Kanye. Anytime Kanye West drops an album,
it's anticipated.
Yeah. Tyler, the Creator, I think just the way he rolled out, the way him as a person.
Yeah, I think I was really curious what he would do after Flower Boy.
Yeah, exactly, because we didn't know if he was going to regress into like this troll thing that he's been going on, or if he was just going to take it seriously, and thank God he did. The Big Day, obviously, Chance the Rapper, like
hyped it up a lot.
His, I mean, it's not his first album.
No.
It's not his first album, but he called it his debut album.
Yeah,
whatever.
And we were very excited because there wasn't much this year, so we were kind of latching on to anything we could.
Man, we're
so like, Chance the Rapper, Big Day, first new album. All right.
Yeah, Iris, just wanting to see what the sequel was to Sire.
He hyped it up ever since Sire came out.
Yeah,
like the Iris anti-hero, his
came
double
in today.
ego.
He was wearing a Sire hoodie, and so he was looking forward to it. Case Study 1.
Freudian. I love that album.
Yeah, coming off of that,
I knew a lot of people were really looking for like, come on, we need more Daniel Caesar.
I think the worry was whether or not he was going to be like the next Bryson Tiller.
Yeah,
it's like he comes out with Trap Soul, and then after that it's just like
whatever.
You don't talk about the second album. But this one was good.
Definitely lived up.
But there can only be one. and the winner
for most anticipated album of 2019 is Jesus is King by Kanye West.
Stretch my hands to you.
Life like, this is what your life like. Try to live the life right. People really know you push your buttons like type right. This is like a movie, but it's really very lifelike. Every single night, right? Every single fight, right? I was looking at the gram and I don't even like lights. I was screaming at my daddy, told me it ain't Christ-like. I was screaming at the referee, just like Mike, looking for a bright light.
I'm gonna have to go to confession for this one. By the way, if you didn't read it, it said,
"Oh,
we're high key, like still waiting on the album."
It says Jesus is King. Well, we present the most anticipated album, Kanye West's Jesus is King. We low key still anticipating the rest of this album.
It wasn't an album. It was like
we've been anticipating this album since last year in September or something like that.
Yeah, we put them on the Yandi, what was originally supposed to be what he released, Yandi, on the worst rollout.
Yes.
And we can follow up on that and say that Yandi was going to be pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Had he given it the Kanye treatment, actually really fleshed it out.
If he didn't switch it up at the last minute or in the middle of making Yandi.
He didn't find Jesus.
He didn't find God. But Jesus is King, most anticipated album. I mean, the anticipation went on for so long. So I think it's grossly more anticipation versus all of these other albums.
Yeah, 100%. And on that same note, the next category,
the most disappointing album of 2019. Would you like to read the nominees?
Yeah. So, pretty stacked category. There's not too many, but the competition's there. Mm-hmm. You got The Big Day by Chance the Rapper, Jesus is King by Kanye West, Iris by Jaden Smith, and Floor Seats by A$AP Ferg.
Mm-hmm. So let's work our way up. So Floor Seats by A$AP Ferg. I think his debut album, what was it called? Still Striving, had banger after banger. I mean, that album had almost every song was good and got the party going. I mean, it had Plain Jane on there, which was to me a timeless hype song.
And do your job.
Yeah, and it was really well crafted, and it was a really good debut album to put in as the one that really got him up in the charts. Iris, or I didn't even say it, and then we were anticipating, his follow-up to this great start, Floor Seats, which is barely half of what Still Striving is.
If even barely half.
Yeah,
it's not.
There's nothing there. I haven't
listened to anything since from that album.
Really? Yeah. Honest. I actually gave it a chance. I'm like, oh, A$AP Ferg. I like A$AP Ferg. And there's nothing on there. Really nothing that stands out like Plain Jane or anything. I was like at a party, could I play something off this album? And I'm like, nobody's going to know it. And it's not going to really do it. So very disappointed by Floor Seats, A$AP Ferg. He tried to do something different, but it just didn't hit as well as his last project.
Iris.
Talking about Iris.
Yeah, Iris I think was very disappointing on account of how good Sire was and how well it set up the sequel and the potential that could have gone. Sire being the good guy, the more emotional side. Right. Iris being a little more hardcore. It just didn't. I mean, Matt was ready to give it all the praise. I think that it
I was ready.
It deserved it.
Yeah,
and it. What did you give it? Like a 4, I think, or
something like that. I mean,
it was.
Even though I love Jaden Smith and Sire, I had to be honest. This project was not it.
Yeah, the sequencing I remember being a big deal.
It was really off. It just really wasn't as well fleshed out and smooth as Sire. And maybe that's to an effect of what Iris, the character, is a not so polished, villain in this world or whatever. But it just really didn't come out. It was kind of to its own detriment.
It didn't. It wasn't portrayed in a effective, artistic way. It was more portrayed as this is rough.
Yeah, it's meant to be rough, but it was a little too rough.
I hate when people say.
Yeah,
I hate when people say, "Oh, it was on purpose." You know? Like, I'll just release like a 30-minute like song of like recorded on the iPhone.
Yeah.
It was on. Well, I mean, Earl Sweatshirt does it cool.
That is like the way you do it.
Yeah.
To the extreme though.
Yeah. He's, I think, one of the few people that like killed that. But no, I'm not.
But this wasn't it.
Yeah. You got Jesus King. You want to talk about this a lot?
Yeah. So
elaborate.
So I'd say it's disappointing for what people wanted and how long people waited. A lot of people are disappointed, but I still wouldn't say it's like the worst album ever. Like it's really starting to grow on me, especially now having listened to Yandhi, like the unreleased tracks, and to kind of see what the whole vision was. I'm not as disappointed, like, but I do definitely wish he did something else.
I would have. I'll tell you what. Yandhi wouldn't have been on this list, I think. Like I was saying before, if it was fleshed out and like fully mixed and mastered, I don't think it would have ended up on this list. But I think there was a lot of potential for Jesus is King. Like Follow God is a 1 minute and 45 second song, and he still ends up like ranting on half of it. Yeah, it's a really good beat. I think, what is it? Hands On? No, what's the one with Use This Gospel?
That's a really good song if it was fully, like the vision is there. It's almost there. It's just a little rough.
Yeah.
But
how could he be the greatest? I remember Pusha T. Like, how could you say he's not the greatest?
Thank you, God. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
but yeah, most disappointing album.
I think we
the
can
last one.
We can just skip to, I think, what is really the most disappointing album.
I love my wife. I love my wife.
The Big Day by Chance the Rapper.
Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife. My wife's real young. My wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball.
No explanation needed.
You even spelled explanation wrong.
Oh, I did.
See, that's what it deserved.
Yeah.
I think that's about what it deserved. But
So,
yeah,
no explanation needed.
Chance, you got you got some of the worst.
Sorry, you only got like the worst categories here.
Anyways, music video of the year.
Moving on to music video of the year. There were a lot of really cool music videos this year. If you want to go through nominee list.
Right. So the nominees for music video of the year are Bury Your Friend by Billie Eilish, Suge by DaBaby, Cellophane by FKA Twigs, Panini by Lil Nas X, Earthquake by Tyler the Creator, and Heartless by The Weeknd.
Yeah, so Bury Your Friend is actually a really good music video, or like the way, it's kind of like addicting to watch, just how it, the style and like how it flows and stuff like that. It's super cool. Billie Eilish is really good with her music videos.
Her visuals.
Yeah. DaBaby kind of had like a crazy run with music video this year, like kind of taking over the super fun, poppy, like hype.
It reminds me of like Ludacris era type thing where it's just like people dancing in front of cars.
Like T-Pain.
Having fun.
Stuff like that.
T-Pain.
Yeah.
That kind of deal.
That's what, it was just like super fun, like really goofy.
Honestly, if we had like music video run, like kind of like feature run, I think DaBaby would have taken it because like Bop.
Yeah, if we did that last year, it'd probably be like A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
He had a bunch, because he directed all of those.
I know. Cellophane by FKA Twigs.
Cellophane, FKA Twigs
Great
is like
music
on
video.
another level that's nominated for a Grammy. Not as important as being nominated for an Our Thoughts Award though. So FKA Twigs I think is I don't listen to a lot of pop artists, but she's one that I will always listen to.
Yeah.
And she has such like a chilling vibe, and like it's like a whole other universe listening to her music, and she portrayed that through this music video when she's dancing and there's like some crazy shit that goes on. But
Panini is a cute music video. There's nothing really to talk about.
Panini's cool. I like it.
Cool.
It was a lot better than
cute storyline.
Of the Old Town Road.
Shout out to my little cousin Jude for always dancing to that music video whenever we go to your house.
Yeah, that one's fun. Earthquake, Tyler the Creator. That one is entertaining. He's like on the set of a show or something.
Yeah, it's like him being like a guest performance on a talk show.
Yeah, he probably had he also had a really good music video run.
Oh yeah, A Boy Is a Gun was a good music video. Again, also set the tone, like very inconsistent with like.
Yeah, it was like a movie.
and like the kind of like it reminded me of like a Wes Anderson movie, like the way like things would happen and they'd just be passed off like nothing.
That's pretty accurate.
And last but not least, we got Heartless by The Weeknd. Again, another
coming in last minute,
last second.
Yeah.
Man, I got to give my guy Abel the feature whenever I the nomination.
Crazy. But that was a dope music video. And then even on my first viewing, I didn't catch all the little tidbits and Easter eggs.
There are like little references to like Heaven or Las Vegas from the trilogy.
Yeah, which makes sense.
There was I forgot. There was a lot of things in there. Look at the Weeknd subreddit.
But I think they're out of all of these.
But there can only be
one. But
if you had merch,
there can only be one winner. I think the one music video that's above all of these, even though there were some really big names on here, would have to be, you can present
Cellophane
by FK Twigs.
Yes, sir. Very great music video.
Yeah, it's nominated for Grammy. I mean, that's not many music videos are nominated for Grammys.
So congrats.
Congrats, FK Twigs. We'll be sending that to you, to your representative.
Yeah. And moving on, we got
the home stretch here, the last few categories.
Yeah. And this is three nominees. So we're kind of producer of the year. Jetson Made. Or sorry, nominees are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jetson Made, who produced pretty much the Baby's whole album. If you're Jetson Made another one, he made it. Kanye West for Jesus is King. I love it. Psychopath. We got Tyler the Creator for Igor. And like we said, a pretty shallow pool for this category, but we got some heavy hitters. And I think we can just go ahead and announce the winners.
I think the producer of the year, and I think a very well-deserved, and someone who should get more credit as a producer,
100%,
is Tyler the Creator. His work on Igor.
Yeah.
He made it very clear.
By the way, he wasn't checking like what did he make again? He was just checking what was on the
Yeah. But he made it very clear that he produced and wrote all of Igor, which that is one of the best produced albums this year, and is like exactly what I wanted in terms of sounds, because sonically he takes the best of vintage, 70s, 60s, even 50s music, and mixes it with more neo soul, and then puts his Tyler vibe and chords on it and makes something completely new. That's like a hybrid of everything people love from all eras of music.
Go watch that Zane Lowe interview. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
It's really
Apple,
where they're like there's one part where they're just sitting on some steps.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
it's very informative. He really goes into depth of like there was one thing he said where he was like, one thing you learn from Flower Boy is not overusing his voice, because he hates the sound of his voice.
Yeah.
So what he'll do is he'll either distort it like he did on Earthquake, or he'll just not have have instrumentation playing. And I thought that was a very cool, like, I didn't even think about that. Like, for an artistic choice, it's pretty cool.
For a rapper who hates his own voice.
No, that's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah. Now,
these are the big ones.
The big hitters here. We are in the home stretch, our big category for Artist of the Year 2019. Our nominees are
Tyler the Creator, Lil Nas X, Post Malone, Daniel Caesar, and as
Ed
always,
Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. He's just always going to be in there.
There can never be an award show where he's not.
And it's always going to be for Division.
Oh, no matter, it can be 10 years from now. It'll always be for Division.
Yeah.
So a lot of these artists did a lot this year. especially, you know, Daniel Caesar. This was his year of this brand new project.
100%.
Lil Nas, I mean, like we said earlier, kind of took this whole year by storm. And the fact that he's even nominated for Artist of the Year kind of shows this is like his debut breakout, and he's already Artist of the Year.
A name,
yeah.
like just yeah.
Post
Tyler.
Malone.
Oh, sorry.
Tyler, the Creator, of course, took over everything with Igor. Like I was like, how are you going to move from the Flower Boy era? But he successfully did and kind of took over and made a whole movement of Igor.
Yeah, it's really interesting because he went mainstream, but also like got the respect as an artist. Because usually when it's two different things. Usually you get your respect as an artist and then you go mainstream.
Yeah.
But yeah, he, like we said, he like matured and like took the music thing seriously and became a mainstream artist at the same time, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. When you can do that, that kind of speaks to your artistry.
Right.
Who have you not talked about yet?
Post Malone.
Post Malone. You know, he's always going to kill the streams, always going to kill the charts.
He makes the best pop radio hits.
Yeah. I like the album. I like it.
Yeah.
I like his stuff. But
again, we can only nominate or give the award to one, even though there were a lot of great artists always this year. But I think the reason why we chose this is because he should have actually been nominated for this in the Grammys, and that is Tyler, the Creator.
For real this time. For real this time. Like an evolve. For real this time. For real this time. 'Cause you make my earthquake. Oh, you make my earthquake. Riding around, you love me shaking me up, and it's making my heart break.
Artist of the Year. Yes, and I said vote Igor.
all right. Go ahead. Come, accepting his award today.
Yeah, so he couldn't be here today. I will be accepting his award just like everyone else.
Yeah. All right. So, album of the year. This is it's a pretty good category. It's good. It's not last year. Come on, like we can't. How can you beat last year?
Yeah, last year's was huge.
Astroworld,
Daytona. Yeah, it was a lot. But there were some really good projects this year, and we still have to pick, you know, the album of the year. So nominees are Division by Ed Sheeran.
Always gotta be Division.
Case Study 1 by Daniel Caesar. When I Get Home by Solange. Who's that one? Oh, Those Feels Again by Snow Allegra. Oh, yeah, Snow Allegra.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Dreamers by Dreamville, and Igor by Tyler, the Creator. Revenge of the Dreamers by Dreamville is a crazy album. Like, I've never seen so many people on one song, let alone on an entire album.
Yeah.
And
just going off, and like the story behind it too, like how they just invited a bunch of artists and just like, all right, let's
the biggest collaborative project.
Yeah, let's just lock ourselves in a cabin for like a month and just create whatever
an entire album and move in between rooms and feature on this one. Like, so it's pretty cool to see how that album was made.
Yeah, When I Get Home by Solange, great album.
Incredible album. I mean,
how it's so cohesive.
Solange, I like Solange more than Beyonce, to be honest.
I'm sorry, wait, what did you say, Matt? You want to say that louder?
Sorry, Beehive, but I like Solange more than Beyonce.
I agree.
She is a little bit more artistry to it.
Yeah, as an artist.
Beyonce, I think, knows people think she's a god, and so she just is like, if I just wear this outfit and do this dance move, people will praise me like, as being like otherworldly. But Solange, I think, really has the knowledge and like the eye for what makes a good artist.
The ear.
The ear. And the mouth. The voice.
Right. We got Case Study 1 by Daniel Caesar. We already talked about it with most anticipated album.
Yeah.
But again, it lived up to the hype.
Definitely.
Great sophomore album. He went to the tour, so, you know.
I saw it live. It was incredible live. I mean, he sounds even better live. I mean, he does different versions, different riffs of some of the songs, and
Oh, I love when artists do that.
yeah, like he harmonizes with his own self, and the band was great. I mean, it was a super simple, stripped down concert, but you know, when it's Daniel Caesar, it doesn't even matter. It's just it's just you and him.
Those Feels Again by Snow Allegra. Very much a vibe.
Yeah.
Like if there was an album where you had to just call it a vibe, that's it. The Solange one and Snow Allegra are kind of similar.
Yeah.
They have that, that R&B, that neo soul vibe.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a really easy listen. You just throw it in the background. However, the album of the year doesn't just
stand out. It has to be up and above, not only just stand out, because all of these kind of stand out in their own regards. But this has to be something that introduced a new universe, a new type of sound, a new contribution to the entirety of what was released this year.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Ed Sheeran, on Division. Third year in a row.
Great job.
No, the album of the year, we can present this together. I think we both want to.
Ready.
Is Tyler, the Creator, for
Is it in frame?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
for
in frame.
Igor, because the Grammys failed to nominate him and snubbed him for Album of the Year.
Got him for
nominee.
Rap Album of the Year.
And it's not even a rap album.
And didn't get him for Album of the Year.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I think Tyler swept these last few categories, but for good measure, I think this was his this was his year. I mean, luckily
Killed it.
It was like an off year for others, so he would have a little bit more competition if like Kendrick put something out or The Weeknd put something out or something. But he kind of
When did that album
capitalized
come out again?
Igor?
Like April, March?
It was
very early on, or pretty early on.
It was pretty early, I would say.
And the thing is, it's like we spent the next 6 months, 9 months, however long it was, just saying like Igor's Album of the Year. It wasn't even like
I already knew.
There was no competition. There was no like.
I still listen to it. I'm like, this album is incredible. Like no matter how many times I listen to it.
Yeah, I think like the same way that we said. I think last year, Astroworld was very 2018. Like the sound of it, like the bop. I think 2019 was very much Igor.
Yeah,
the sound of it perfectly describes 2019.
Absolutely. So congratulations, Tyler, Creator, as Artist and Album of the Year, Our Thoughts Awards.
Boom.
Our last category, our
have yet to
People's
do.
Choice.
Yep,
we're about to go
People's
check
Choice.
the results, but we had a list. This is our Record of the Year, in which we like to give it to the people because it seems that's how people or regular award shows kind of measure what is the record of the year to them.
Yeah.
So our nominees were Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, of course, Highest in the Room by Travis Scott, No Guidance by Chris Brown featuring Drake, Earthquake by Tyler, Creator featuring Playboy Cardi, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, Sunflower by Post Malone featuring Sway Lee, and Truth Hurts by Lizzo. So
By Lizzo.
yeah, we took to our stories and we're about to go check the results to see who won each round and who is ultimately the record of the year.
She fill my mind up with ideas. I'm the highest in the room. Hope I make it out of here. She saw my eyes, she know I'm gone. I see some things that you might fear. I'm doing a show, I'll be back soon.
Congratulations to
Highest in the Room
for winning Record of the Year. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. You blessed us with
Highest in the Room.
And it was on repeat all the time. Yeah, and shout out to the people that voted. Obviously.
Yeah, thank you for voting and tuning in.
Thank you for voting for
Travis Scott.
And
we had like almost like 40 to 50 people voting, which is like pretty good in total in amount of votes. So yeah, appreciate that is your record of the year, and this has been your annual Our Thoughts Awards 2019. We always do this in person. It's a very formal black tie event.
Yeah, you know, no coffee stains at all.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, sorry that 2019 wasn't as good as 2018.
It's not our fault.
It is, but we did give you our album, so I mean, we tried.
Yeah, we tried to help out.
Hopefully 2020 will be a little better, and hopefully, you know, back in the stew.
You know, maybe we come back for that new era, that new decade, with a whole new sound.
Yeah. We're gonna bring in the new sound. We're on the phone with Kendrick right now.
We were talking about the new sound right now. Shit that hasn't hit your ears before.
Yeah.
But yeah, this concludes the Our Thoughts Awards, Annual Our Thoughts Awards of 2019. Thank you so much for sticking with us this year. Hopefully some awesome things coming out next year, and maybe some cool stuff from us coming out next year outside of the podcast. But this has been Our Thoughts Podcast. If you're listening in, thanks for listening in. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you are, because I'm going to put a lot of effort into the edit of this.
It, man, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is our magnum opus every year.
The culmination.
Yeah. But yeah, follow us, Instagram, Our Thoughts Podcast, Twitter, Our Thoughts _pod. On email us at ourthoughtsthepodcast@gmail.com. And we will catch you guys next year. Happy holidays.
Next decade.
And
oh, salute.
Peace.